Well, this morning, the fallout continues. The new warnings that President Trump's tariffs could trigger an economic slowdown. Fed Chair Jeremy Powell issued a stark word yesterday that sent markets tumbling, and it comes as the president is set to host another world leader today.
Meanwhile, the White House continues to double down on the deportation of hundreds of migrants to an El Salvador prison, even as a federal judge says the Trump administration could be held in contempt for doing so.
President Donald Trump on social media touted progress in his trade talks with Japan as the head of the Federal Reserve warned his sweeping tariffs could cause serious economic slowdown.
The tariffs are larger than forecasters had expected, certainly larger than we expected.
Likely driving up prices and raising unemployment.
We're making America great again.
Today, President Trump is set to host the Prime Minister of Italy, with whom he shares a positive relationship. This as California announced it's suing to stop the tariffs, arguing they'll disproportionately impact the state's agriculture, manufacturing, and other industries.
The uncertainty is pronounced and it is profound in the state of California.
Meanwhile, Wednesday, a federal judge said there's probable cause to hold the Trump administration in contempt over the deportation of more than 200 migrants to a prison in El Salvador. The judge gave the administration 1 week to either come up with a plan to bring them back or name whoever refused his order to turn the planes around at the time. The White House planning to appeal the case while standing firm on the deportation of Kilmar Abrego Garcia.
He will never live in the United States of America again.
Immigration officials admit the Maryland resident was deported by mistake, but they won't bring him back, arguing the Supreme Court only ruled they couldn't get in the way of him returning to the U.S. Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen traveled to El Salvador yesterday to meet with the country's vice president, but wasn't allowed to see or speak with Abrego Garcia. Jared Hill, CBS News.
The White House slammed Senator Van Hollen's trip yesterday, calling it a waste of taxpayer dollars.